If you already made some money with TikTok Organic, however, you can't get it to a consistent level. You're literally at a crossroad where either you're going to start crushing it consistently and every single month you're going to get anywhere between 10 and 40k in pure profit, or you're going to fuck everything up, not be able to find the next winner, switch strategies, or whatever you're going to do, you're going to fuck things up. This is a more advanced guide for consistency on TikTok Organic. What will we cover here? Number one is how to consistently find winners over and over again, how to consistently go viral, how to deal with payment processor issues, blocks and bans, how to not get complacent, how to not burn out, how to brand one single product, crush your entire competition, and have a single product which is actually going to last for over a year. Then I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the suppliers, how to negotiate with them. I'm going to give you a bunch of connections, how to optimize all the back-end things, so the AOV, the email marketing and things, which is just going to be pure profit on top. Also, how to find really big winners, which are like 100k month products. And I'm going to show you a bunch of examples which are good for beginners but not good for advanced people, and also a couple of products which are really good for advanced people where they're not capped after like 10 to 30k. Beginner products are just there to get you started. You just want to get your first like 10 to 30k a month, but later on that's not going to be enough. You want to get to the high numbers, like 100k a month, and this is only product with the best out of the best products, and I'm going to show you exactly what those are and how to find them. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about is all the stuff which covers creators, so how to hire people and effectively outsource your time where you don't have to film at all, but you still consistently get money. The next thing I'm going to give you is a step-by-step plan on how to build a product research team, so how to have VAs which are just going to make lists after lists after lists for you, and you're basically just going to pick the best products from there and make your life easier. Then I'm going to cover all the things you need to know about profit tracking, how to set up really good offers, how to be super productive, how to be accountable, and all the things you need to know about branding. As you can probably tell, this was a lot, so I don't want to give you any fluff, and let's get right into it. The biggest problem which advanced/intermediate organic dropshippers have is not being able to find multiple winners in a row. And finding winners may seem like pure luck, and it's just like, all right, I think this product is good, let me just test it, and there's no clear strategy behind it. So just to start things off, the main priority you should be having is finding really good products. This is the foundation onto everything. If you ask yourself how people like Mikey went from like a 10k month to 100k month, the only real answer is they found a better product. So if you tell me right now, yeah, I'm scrolling all day, it's not working, bullshit, you're lying. If you're gonna scroll on TikTok with the burner method for like 6 to 8 hours straight for one single week, you're gonna see how many products you're actually gonna find. You're gonna be able to make a huge list with hundreds of products, and then you can pick the very best ones. One of the most important criteria for advanced people, how much money does this product make per million views? Because that's gonna determine how much you're gonna make. Usually, as an advanced person, you understand it's not that difficult to go viral, you can make it work. The question is this actually gonna result in tons of sales? And there are products out there where you literally have $15,000 to $20,000 per million views per product, which is nuts. However, it's reality, and you literally can get to 100k per month with like 5 million views or so. So I'm gonna give you the advanced strategy on how to do that, and it's double ordering from people. So how you truly find this out is you go through your list of products, and before you actually start selling it, what you do is you take your top competitor and just order their product from them. You're gonna have their order number, and then you wait until they either go viral or you see something change on their TikTok account. You need to make screenshots and screen recordings to see exactly how many views they've been doing when you ordered. You wait a few days, let's say they got another 1 million view video on their account, then you order from them again after they did, and then you see your order number the second time. The difference in between those two is exactly how much they made. Of course, AOV and stuff you're not going to be able to calculate, but you're going to see exactly how many orders they actually had in the last 3-4 days with this 1 million view video. This might sound like a pretty expensive strategy for some people, but wasting 3 weeks of your life to find out that the product is not converting even though you have 10 million views is much more expensive. As an advanced dropshipper, you need to start valuing your time, because the thing which is making you money is your time. How? With good videos and volume. So your entire day should consist of product research and creating videos. Now, if you commit a couple of weeks of your life just to test the product, you better make sure that that product's actually good. Double ordering costs like $100, but it's going to save you weeks. The next thing I want to say, consistency comes from only one thing, and it's volume. Volume is the main thing which is going to get you from good to great. And the only difference between you and really advanced dropshippers is that there's volume in place. Don't get me wrong. The volume doesn't only have to come from you. If you do 10 videos a day, or if your creator does 10 videos a day, the volume is exactly the same. You had exactly 10 videos made. This means that if you leverage the money which you made at first the right way, you're going to 10x everything every single time. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't get lazy here, because just because your creator does 10 videos though, it doesn't mean that you can chill. It means that you should also either do 10 videos or do 10 hours of product research. And then you give out the product research to another person, and that other person is doing product research. Does this mean that you can chill? No. This means that you're going to do another 10 hours of creator hiring or content creation or whatever it is. But you need to think bigger, because in reality, the only difference between luck and statistics is volume. If you in total only post like 3 videos per day, it might actually feel like luck, because this month you didn't make any sales, next month you're making tons of sales, then next month it's 0 again, and it's basically not consistent at all. Why? Because you got lucky this one time and you got unlucky this other time. However, volume is a thing which is going to force success onto you. You're not going to be able to be inconsistent. It's impossible to be inconsistent with posting 20, 30 videos per day with a bunch of creators. It's not possible. So stop lying to yourself and don't tell yourself, yeah, but I'm not finding winning products or whatever. Do more product research and make a list of 200 products. You're going to see, oh, there's tons of really good products on this sheet. Let's just test them. And in reality, this is the exact issue which I see with everybody. I see people making their first 10K profit a month and think they're rich. It's ridiculous, because you start feeling like a 10K a month entrepreneur forever now. Even if you have one 10K month and after that 3 0K month, you're just gonna still feel like a baller, and maybe you're even gonna spend your money or some dumb shit. But in reality, the actual thing which is gonna happen is you're gonna become complacent. And people who become complacent are not gonna stay at the same level. Everything is gonna crash. And it maybe might sound like 20K profit per month is enough. In reality, it's not. You need to have much more money, and you need to constantly be reminded from that. And this is literally half of my program. People in the program, they understand what's possible because they see all the other students, and they're like, okay, I need to make more, I need to make more, I need to make more. If you're doing things by yourself, you don't have any accountability, complacency is your biggest enemy. Every single day, your entire day should be dedicated to you making organic work, because this is the fastest way out of brokenness, which you are broke. Because after taxes, you're not even making 50K profit monthly, which means your standards have to be set higher. If you're being honest to yourself, are you actually, truly putting at least 8 to 10 hours per day into organic? If no, you're doing something wrong. Because first of all, you should have already quit your job if you made your first 10, 20K. And secondly, even if you did quit your job and you're doing this full time, you're not really doing it full time. You're doing it part time and chilling full time. And this leads me to my next point. And it's fear of jumping into TikTok organic dropshipping full time. I'm seeing so many people crushing it, but not really crushing it because they're only putting in 4 or 5 hours a day. There's a super simple solution for you. And it's this. You put in double the amount of hours and you make double the amount of money. However, you cannot do that if you have a full-time job. If you already made some money with organic and you didn't only have like one viral lucky hit, but either you had a couple of winners or like multiple viral products which converted well, I encourage you to call your boss right now to quit your job.
You recently quit your job. Now it's been a few months already. How is that? Like, how does it feel now to do this full time for a while now?
I am doing way better than before. I mean, it feels great.
Were you unsure of quitting it?
Actually, after you said it, I was 100% like confident doing it. I was thinking about it before. Oh, what if it won't work for, a couple of months or something like that. Then you said like I could always come back because it's just a job in a supermarket, like a basic job, so
Because just calculate it. If you have 8 hours a day which you spend on the job and you take these 8 hours, whatever you're making on the job, if you take 8 hours a day on top of what you're already doing and start doing organic dropshipping for plus 8 hours a day, I guarantee you're gonna make more money than with your job. It's a fact, it's a given. There's no other option here. The only reason why this could fail is if you get complacent and lazy and put in the 8 hours a day, not into dropshipping, but chilling. This is what you should be doing. Organic, full time. And don't even think to switch to ads, because right now, even though it might not feel like it, you almost made it. You're at this cross point where if you put in all the energy into organic, not other strategies, organic, you're gonna start seeing numbers which are unheard of. However, if you start switching strategies and doing a bunch of things at the same time, you're gonna fail. Because the grass is always greener on the other side, I was literally talking to this guy, Costify, made some money with organic, and then his plan before I talked him out of it was doing ads.
I decided to try launching ads today using the money that I just made.
It's literally just ridiculous. You're almost there, you're having the skill, and then you start from zero with a completely new strategy. Doesn't make sense. Organic is the way to go. How you scale is creators. When you have all the creators doing everything for you, then you can start thinking about paid ads, maybe. And if you might think, yeah, but I cannot do this full time and 10 hours a day, 10 hours is too much, I'm gonna burn out. You need to understand one thing. Burning out is a scam. Burning out is literally not reality if you're smart. Why? Because there's employees. And again, the only thing that counts is the output. If you have a bunch of employees, the only thing you're gonna have to do is tell them what to do and not do it. Because for example, I was recently searching for a new editor. This task of finding an editor, if we break it down, is making a list of like 300-400 good editors, which we'd randomly find on Instagram, text all of them, have a call with them, and make sure that they're good, have like a test sample done, and then picking the best one. I didn't do it though. I just invented this process, gave it to a guy, and they did it for me. So if you're smart and have good people you hire, you don't burn out. You cannot spend all day giving tasks and burning out, because there's such a fundamental difference in between having a plan and then executing it. The having a plan part is pretty difficult, but I'm really good at it. The executing part, I don't need. I literally don't need that. Why? Employees. So again, burning out is a scam. Burning out is only doable if you're actually working for somebody else, because there, most likely you're not going to be able to outsource, which means that there is a chance that you're actually going to burn out. The next thing which kills so many people, connecting issues which are not connected. Let me explain. Imagine this, you have a backend problem or you have some supplier issue, and then you basically have to drop the product. A lot of people, after dropping a product because of some issue, they just switch strategies with dropping the product. They think, all right, dropshipping doesn't work. All right, dropshipping has too many issues. All right, organic has too many issues. They start generalizing one problem which they have on top of everything. And I've seen this so often where I got blocked on Facebook and I just thought, okay, let me stop Facebook and do something else. When in reality, I just had to figure out how to not get blocked on Facebook, because it's a very clear issue which I had on there. So if you pick a product which gives you backend issues, you either solve them or switch product, not strategies. The next mistake, which most advanced guys do, is literally not doing any AOV optimization. This is also something which is so dumb, but most organic guys generally do it. The only people I saw which initially instinctively start doing AOV optimizations is people who are doing Facebook ads and then switch over to organic. Because on Facebook, you're struggling with margins and you have to get everything out of every single customer, and you're really good at AOV. You switch over to organic, 50% profit margins are a given already, and in a lot of the cases, they're even like 70% or so, and you literally don't have the urge to do AOV stuff. When in reality, you must do that. There's no other option. You have to improve AOV, because every single sale which is not optimized, you're losing money. Let's say you have 1,000 sales and your AOV is 50. You increase it to 60 after 1,000 sales. You have literally lost out on $10,000, because 10 times 1,000 is 10K, because you didn't optimize things. Start doing AOV optimization across the entire store. All right, so now let me show you a few examples of small winners versus really big winners where you can actually have the potential to make over 100K a month. So the first product here is this Magic Fire wallet. So generally, this is a pretty cool product. However, the problem is that there's a very small demographic who would actually want to buy this. This is more of a 10K product, where this is shown as a joke or as a magic trick, but there's no huge audience which really wants this product. It's not practical at all, and per million views, it's not going to have the craziest conversions. Huge viral winner, but this one is going to go viral because it sounds really satisfying and looks really satisfying. But people who really need this is people who suffer from back pain. And it's just not that many from the people who saw this, and it's rather a niche. So with this one, if you go viral in the perfect audience, you can make a lot of sales from it. But usually videos like this have like 20, 30, 40 million views, and you do make some money off it, but you're not going to get to these 100K months with it. Now let me show you a couple of really big winners which have insane conversions per million views.
Car gadgets to make your old car feel like a Tesla. Don't worry, it's not one of those steering wheel covers. So this right here is the CarPlay Pro. It plugs in through your cigarette port, and then you pop it on the dash, and there you have CarPlay. It works with any car through Bluetooth, and that's how you get CarPlay without breaking the bank.
So this product is a banger. Unfortunately, it's saturated at this point, but it was massive. Why is this so good? There's a huge pain point for people without CarPlay, without having like a nice display, who have old cars, but who want to have CarPlay. On top of that, they're literally having like a version with a reverse camera on it, which is actually super useful if you have a car without that. This is just amazing. The viral videos are naturally salesy because you're showing off the product and it's it's really good. And the reason why it goes viral is because people want that product. The best way to go viral, the product is so good that if you make a good video with it by just showing it properly, you're gonna crush it. On top of that, it's high ticket where it makes sense. Car things generally are expensive, and this is a huge upgrade to your car, and it just makes sense to spend like $100 for it because it's just such a huge upgrade. And the last thing here is it actually has a barrier to entry. Not everyone can just steal this product and start selling, because you need to have a car and you need to have a car without CarPlay. This means that the top advanced dropshippers are not going to even be able to steal this product because they're not broke and they have fucking CarPlay. This Galaxy projector was huge. It was massive. People who made really good content with this were crushing. The very first reason is people who are into LEDs. So they have LEDs at home. You basically showcase that you have a better version. This is product which made a bunch of people hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. And the reason for that is that it's just way cooler than LEDs, huge broad market, and tons of people who actually want this product. It looks super cool. It's not that difficult to film with. It's pretty easy to go viral with it, and it's cooler than the thing you have at home. You feel like you need to upgrade. This is a little bit of an older winner, a bit saturated now, but it was crazy. When this was at its peak, again, a bunch of people making hundreds of thousands of dollars monthly. Why? Number one is huge demand. There's no other place you can actually sell weed products than on TikTok. You're not allowed on Facebook, you're not allowed on TikTok ads. You can only properly do this on TikTok Organic. Now, the product is actually pretty useful for the junkies out there. And again, it's super problem solving. It's super aesthetically pleasing. It looks great. It has a super high perceived value, and it's also higher ticket. These things usually you need to make really good numbers. Now, of course, you can also make things work with lower ticket products, and we have a bunch of people making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars with lower ticket things. But I would generally say super problem solving products which are high ticket are really good, especially if they're in a passionate niche, where people actually need that product a lot. Now let me give you 10 actionable steps, and if you actually do all these 10, you're going to start seeing numbers consistently. Step number one, if you haven't done it yet, quit your job. I already said it, but that's step number one. Because the first thing you need to think about is, how can I free up as much time as possible to go all in on this? Where can I spend less time to make more time for organic? I don't know what you're doing in your life, but it might not be only quitting your job. If you already have quit your job, but you're doing something else, which is taking like 5 hours of your day every day, cut that out ideally. Cut that out if you can. And with that being said, keep in mind, people who are running Facebook ads right now are going crazy about organic. All of them actually want to switch over to organic. You just don't see it because, again, grass is greener on the other side. So step one is not only quitting your job, but just going all in on organic dropshipping. Step two is pick one person you listen to and stop watching random shit on YouTube. I'm seeing this so often where people feel super productive. In reality, if you're not treating this like studying, like you're taking notes, writing everything down, making sure you're not doing the same mistakes as I tell you to, it's literally a waste of time. So you need to stop feeling productive because you're on YouTube watching dropshipping content and actually start doing more and only following one strategy with one person, and that's it. Step three is start looking out for creators. Look at what Mikey did with one single creator.
I think you, with the 10 million views, brought like 30k in sales.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, I put like 5 creators on it. I think you were the only one that made the Zawio work.
Having creators is a cheat. The easiest way to find creators is either you join some community where there are a bunch of organic dropshippers and you get connected with the hundreds of organic dropshippers, because some of them just don't want to do everything by themselves. They only want to do the content. And we have a bunch of people like that in the program who we also connect with people inside of the program where basically they make really good content, but they just don't want to deal with the back end, or they have some payment provider issue where they cannot do it by themselves. They basically just do content for you and you pay them a percentage, which is fair for everybody. The other thing you can do is just finding organic dropshipping pages on Instagram and TikTok and just DMing them. Hey, I would like to pay you X if you can create content for me. The best ones especially are the ones with high views but low money made. If you see products which are super viral, but you can obviously tell they're converting really, really bad, if you tell them, you can incentivize these dropshippers to actually do things for you, and it's not that difficult because whatever you're going to pay them is probably going to be more than what they're making anyways, and you're going to still make more because your products are actually going to be high converting. Step 4 is horizontally scaling. This means that you create a bunch of accounts and start posting a bunch of your content multiple times on multiple accounts. This way you can utilize the ideas and the content you film just 2 times on 2 separate accounts. Because if you find one really good converting product, this is going to be your main breadwinner. This means that you already have the proven concept and you need to just scale horizontally instead of testing hundreds of new products, because testing other products is only worth it if you're going to make more from these products than you make from this. We have a very specific strategy here, which I cannot reveal on YouTube, but which we teach in the program on how to scale horizontally the right way with a little bit of a twist, which is just insane, but it's something which gets saturated really, really quick if I would reveal it here on YouTube. Step 5 is volume. Your day cannot end before you actually filmed all the videos you need to post. And this means if you have any free time during your day, you're doing something wrong, because either you have to do product research to test more products, or if you already have a bunch of products you can test, then test more. So your entire day needs to be structured around organic. Volume is key. Step 6 is don't fuck up the backend. You cannot afford to have bad suppliers. We literally have tested hundreds of suppliers and we picked the top ones, which we basically give out in the program. You always generally need to make sure that everything in terms of backend is on point. People are happy. You don't get blocked on PayPal, on Shopify payments. All these things are actually a huge issue. And if this happens, it takes some time to recover and you're going to have to pay more fees, etc. So it's going to be a pain in the ass. Make sure your customers are happy. And this is something which leads me to the next point, which is VAs. There's 2 main things you should need VAs for. Number 1 is customer support. Number 2 is product research. If you say, yeah, but I'm only doing 1 hour a day or 30 minutes a day of customer support, I don't really need a VA, you're thinking the wrong way. Every single time you spend time and energy onto customer emails, you're wasting your time. It's not productive at all. It's the same thing as watching Netflix. And also, it's not going to stress you. If somebody's complaining about their order, you're stressed and you're going to feel bad and then you're going to think about it later on. It's just too much mental headspace, which is going to take it away from you. You need to let somebody else do that for you. Again, in the program, we would just hand one to you. But if you're not in, I would highly recommend going to Upwork and just searching people there who already have experience. And then you also have to have a VA who is doing product research. Ideally, how product research generally is done is you make huge lists of a bunch of products and then you look over them and make deeper research into what's good and what's bad. How you should do this is the VA needs to set up like a proper TikTok account where it's optimized and they only see TikTok products, and they basically start scrolling and you give them a few criteria and you let them put all the products they see which fit these criteria onto the sheet. This is something where again you can save hours and hours of your day with just like less than $10 an hour, and it's worth it because now after you started making money with organic, your time is worth more. Because just think about it, if your hour is worth more than $10, it's worth it to outsource because you're making profits every time you don't spend an hour on things which other people can do for less than $10. The most important thing you need to do with VAs is give them proper feedback. You cannot just tell a VA, make a list of 30 and then they're doing it bad and then you fire them. That's not how it works. You need to explain each individual product. Why is this bad? The question is this: either you didn't give him the right criteria or he made a mistake. Both is totally fine at the beginning, but you need to adjust. If you see all the products they find don't fit one specific criteria, you just add that criteria in. And if you have the right criteria in place, the products have to be good. If they're not good after you told them a bunch of times what they're doing wrong and they still keep doing it wrong, then fire them, find a new one, no problem. But don't tell me you tested VAs after you had one VA which fucked up 30 products and you basically didn't explain them anything and then you fire them and then you keep doing it by yourself. This is not how it works. VAs are a thing which work for a fact, 100%. The question is, can you find the right ones and can you teach them right? The next step is finding products which have a barrier to entry, because at some point when you start to become more advanced, the main actual problem is your competition copies you and then your product dies. And this problem can be avoided with high barrier to entry product. So let me give you one example of a really good product which is perfect for this.
The only way it could be better is if one of those attached to a full face mask. Check this out. This is our new lung sub mask. You can freely breathe through the snorkel while on the surface, and the attached lung tank will take over when you submerge, allowing you to breathe for up to 10 minutes. And you can still refill with the filtered hand pump.
This is literally a perfect product if you can make it work. It's difficult to film with this because you need a bunch of things. Number 1, you need to have a beach. Number 2 is ideally you're big and you look good without a shirt on. Number 3 is you have to record underwater, so you have to have special equipment. Number 4 is you have to be diving or maybe even have like a boat or something like that, which actually makes it very difficult to copy because 99% of dropshippers are not going to go this extra mile and copy these guys. However, if you find something which only you can sell, you're gonna crush it. Nobody will ever be able to copy you, and you're gonna dominate the market forever. Let me show you one more product with a barrier to entry. So this product, again, really, really good, super passionate niche guitars, but you need 3 things. Number 1 is you need the guitar. Number 2 is you need the guitar equipment. Number 3, you need to have the guitar skills. And if you don't have the skill of playing the guitar and you learn it extra for this, you're gonna lose so much time that, again, the person who already has a skill is gonna win. So think of what you're good at, what you have as a competitive advantage, and make sure that you use this. Last example I want to give of a high barrier to entry product. So this Lego product here, it just takes way too much time to build. It's going to be super annoying to film this. However, if you go the extra mile, you might make it work. And this is something which is more advanced. I would never recommend this to a beginner, because what you should spend your time with is filming videos, not building fucking Legos or learning to play the guitar. This is just something which is way more advanced. If you have a product which takes a long time to actually film and it's really good, it might actually be worth it, because again, barrier to entry is great. Difficult to make it work for you means difficult to make it work for everybody. Average order value optimization. The basics are very simple. On the product page, you need to make it easy for people to buy multiple. You need to have some specific variant of the product which is more expensive, so your product plus something, or your product upgraded and cooler and better, whatever it is. You have to have multiple variants. Then you have to have post-purchase upsells, you have to have pre-purchase upsells, you have to have different shipping options. One is free, one is paid. Just start playing around with it. But I'm also going to drop a full AOV breakdown video on this channel very, very soon. So this is going to be your next step. Subscribe to this channel, because you cannot afford on missing out on the AOV stuff, because every single sale you make, you're losing money by not having AOV in place. And let's get to the next step. And this is key. Don't forget profit tracking and accounting. And even though you have high margins and it looks like you don't really need to do it, trust me, you need to do profit tracking at least once a week. Everything needs to be tracked properly. And also you have to have invoices and all the things for the accounting in place. I'm also going to drop a huge value bomb video soon, where we're literally going to go through all the things Mikey has to do for his accounting. It's going to be like a screen share where we do everything together, which is going to be crazy, because you're going to be literally able to watch the video and then do exactly the same thing. Accounting and profit tracking, all these things are completely irrelevant in the beginning, and they become very, very relevant after you start making money. To make consistent money, you need to know your numbers. The next step, and this is something which nobody ever talks about on organic for whatever reason, it's offers. Nobody teaches how to do offers with organic. So as an example, if you have a product where it makes sense to buy 2, 3, 4 pieces, you can literally double the price and say buy 1, get 1 free. You can only now buy 2 pieces, but all of a sudden everybody thinks they're getting 1 for free, so it makes sense to do that. Super strong offer. In some cases, we even saw things like buy 1, get 4 pieces for free instead of just a bundle of 5. And this works especially well when you're selling something which already has a pack of 5. So for example, if you're selling some nail kit and the thing you're selling anyways is just like 5 sets of nails which you can put on and they're all having different colors, for example. You have 5 sets anyways, okay? You're selling, that's the offer, that's what you're selling. What you can do is literally say buy 1, get 4 pieces for free, and 1,000 times more people will buy it, because they're getting it for free, they're super happy about it. Also, you just need to decide how you phrase things overall. So you can sell something for $15 and then free shipping. You can also sell something for $10 and $5 shipping. What's better? Who knows? Usually it's the $15 and free shipping, but sometimes not. So this is something you need to test. So think about all the offers which you can generally have and split test them over time. And over like a period of a month, you're gonna find the perfect offer after split testing a bunch of them and waiting for a couple of days and then just seeing what performed better. This is something which again, nobody does. Split testing is just something which you need to do. Your store needs to be constantly evolving. You're getting so much traffic and so much data, you don't even know if your store is optimized. You don't know if you can come up with something better and make more money. The last step I want to give you here is branding. The first step to branding is having a good backend, having fast shipping times, and all these things. Step 2 is having a custom product or a custom packaging. You're actually going to see how everything is going to do better if you have like a picture of like a really custom either product or packaging on your store, and people are going to literally just see you as a brand. On top of that, you can start running Google search ads on your product name. This is something which is again going to be super profitable, because people who see you on TikTok, the first instinct which a lot of people have is forgetting about it and not buying, and then they remember it like a day later, and then they search up your product name on Google, but somebody else pops off because you're not on the top. What you can do, you can run search campaigns on your product name, on your store name, and just things which people could search who are searching for your product. If you do that, it's going to be a very specific audience, and you're going to have a conversion rate of like 10-20% for search ads, because people who already searched up exactly your store name or exactly your product name usually actually do that to buy. And on Google, the cool thing is you only pay per click. So you're only paying Google any money if somebody clicks, which means that this is something which is instantly going to be profitable. Then you need to start utilizing your packaging to upsell people again. How you do this is, as an example, $10 gift card on your next order. You put that in there and people are going to feel like they're losing out on $10 if they don't buy. This is the power of saying something is free, because what you could also do is saying 20% off the next order, which is much, much, much worse than saying $5 off, $10 off, because they already have a voucher for $10 or $5 and they're just going to feel like they have to use it. And then later on, you can do super advanced things like having influencers and really big names in the space represent your brand. So I saw, for example, Conor McGregor doing a promotion for this guy running a dropshipping product. And he was running this dropshipping product, the Reflex Ball, which actually also was my very, very first winning product. But this guy just branded everything, had like super fast shipping times, and then started sending it to really high level influencers like Conor McGregor, and they started promoting. So this is something which is just gonna blow your brand up if you start using this right. The next thing I want to do here is I want to jump into my screen and give you the best productivity hack which I've ever seen in my life, and it's the Google Calendar. If you track your time properly, you're gonna see how much more things you can get done. It's a life hack. Every single advanced dropshipper in my program is using it, because once you did it for 1 week, you're never going to be able to stop. You're just going to feel how much more productive you are. All right, so let's talk about the infamous calendar structure. I just opened up a new calendar here just for the sake of showing it, and this is exactly how you do it. So very first of all, you plan in when you wake up and when you start working. So just for the sake of it, let's wake up at 8. So this wake up here, you should do the day before. All right, you already should know when exactly you're going to wake up tomorrow. And then you wake up and you always have two choices. Either you start doing the calendar in the evening before you go to sleep, or you actually fill it in the day of. So usually we do it in the morning. And then basically you should be having a list of all the to-dos you have and break them down and put them into the calendar and guess how long they're going to take. Let's say for the sake of it, we're starting at 8:30 and the very first task is going to be product research. Okay, so here we do product research. We plan out 1 hour, and then we have to specify what exactly this product research means. Because in reality, this can mean a bunch of different things. So for example, how we should be naming this is product research burner method. As an example, for 1 hour, we're just scrolling on the burner method, whatever. It's very important that you just don't do product research, and when you find a product, you go deep down the rabbit hole of researching for that product, because ideally you should be planning out the next 30 minutes after you've done the scrolling to do in-depth PR for the products which were found. In the first hour, you found, let's say, 10 products, and these 10 products you do deeper research on in the next 30 minutes. So that's just one example of what you can do. You basically first put in all the tasks which are just generally there for the day. For example, film 3 videos for product X. And then we have another task, which is film 3 videos for product Y. Product Y, whatever. Okay. And here it's very important to estimate how long things are going to take. Obviously, it's not going to take you 30 minutes to film these 3 videos. So for example, you can plan out a full hour for that. Okay. And here, the most important, most crucial thing about everything is, imagine you start at 10 a.m. You didn't finish it at 11. The thing you have to do is you have to keep doing the task. All right. You need to still film all the 3. However, you need to make sure that you document it here and extend the calendar on how long it actually took, so 11:30. And the other way you should also do it. So if it actually worked faster, you should do this. All right. So if you already made everything work in 45 minutes, this calendar thing should dictate your entire life. All right. Your entire life should be documented in here. And I'm not only talking about dropshipping, I'm talking about your life. Everything you need to do, you should have in this calendar. And you need to calculate in breaks. You need to calculate in when you go to the gym. You need to calculate in when you go to dinner with your mom. It doesn't matter. Like, everything you actually do in your life has to be in here. And there shouldn't be anything spontaneous. And this should be the thing which gives you discipline. Because if, for example, your friend calls you and is like, what's up? Let's play a round of Call of Duty. What's up? Let's go out. Let's do this. No, I cannot right now. Because right now I'm in a meeting. My meeting is filming 3 videos. This should be treated exactly the same way as you treat a doctor's appointment. When you know at 2 p.m. you have to go to the doctor and your friend calls you up and says, let's play Call of Duty, you say no, because I have a doctor's appointment. This is exactly how you should treat it. It should be out of question when you should do this, what you should do. You have your list of things to do in your calendar and you do them. Now, one more super important thing is everything you plan for the day, you need to do it. All right. So if you planned out filming 3 videos here, 3 videos here, whatever, you need to finish 6 videos, no matter what. Obviously, it's going to be way more, and then you have to plan out the editing and stuff like that. But this is obviously just for the sake of the example. And again, the most important thing is you're not allowed to move things to the next day. If you planned it, you do it. It doesn't matter how long this takes, you do it after. It literally doesn't matter. So whatever it takes, you have to finish all of your tasks. And that makes things work much more realistically. And then you're also going to notice how long things take usually for you. And you're going to see, oh, to film 3 videos, it usually takes an hour. Cool. Okay. So that's for this product. However, for this product, it usually takes 30 minutes only. For this product, it takes 5 hours, whatever. You're going to see and understand how to plan your day the next day, because today you're going to do all the adjustments and you have the proven result. This is how long it took today. This is how long it took yesterday. This is how long it took before that. I know how long it's going to take tomorrow. Ideally, you should be having set wake up times, set working hours and stuff like that. So how you do that is you basically press this and then you go in on edit, and here you can click on repeat or doesn't repeat, daily, weekly on Tuesdays. So for example, if you know that every day you should be waking up at 8, there we go. From now on, every day is going to be waking up at 8. Okay. And the same thing you can do for a specific day. For example, if this shouldn't be daily, but only on Tuesdays, you actually change it like this. And then you know, okay, Tuesday has to have this. For example, if on Wednesday at 5 p.m. you go to boxing classes, you put it in here. Whatever you do in your life, it's in. So first of all, congrats on watching the entire thing here. I hope this gave you a lot of value. And the reason I'm doing this specific video for more advanced people is because I saw the results of people who are actually already making a lot of money and joined the program after that. If you already made some money and you had some viral hits, but you just cannot get it on consistent levels, for us to make it work for you is the easiest thing ever. The price you're going to pay for the program, you're going to make it back within the first month, latest, most likely in the first couple of weeks, because you already are making some money. The main thing we're going to do with you is, number one, pick products for you. You make a list with all the products you want to test, and we just tell you what's good and what's bad. We saw hundreds and hundreds of good products and hundreds of bad products. We know exactly what's converting well, at what rate, and what doesn't. We just tell you that. We literally just tell you what's good. So you literally eliminate the part of testing bad products. You don't waste any of your time anymore. With us, you're literally going to be able to test only winners. Then we're going to keep looking over everything you do and adjust along the way. So we look over every video you do and we tell you what's good and what's bad. We look over the store, we tell you what to change in terms of AOV, in terms of email marketing, in terms of conversion rate optimization, all these things. We're going to just tell you what to change. It's not going to be you split testing thousands and thousands of things. We just tell you what's going to be working better. And then the main thing is you're going to have a bunch of calls with us where we hold you accountable. We look over the things you do and we make sure you're not slacking. Because if you are inconsistent by yourself, nobody ever will tell you anything. If you're inconsistent and you're with us, we're going to shit all over you. We're going to tell you you're doing bullshit, you're wasting your time. You need to focus on this. You need to do more product research or more videos or whatever it is you're slacking in, we're going to tell you. The next thing is we're literally going to be able to connect you with creators. Creator connections are invaluable. If you have good creators who are working for you, it's a life hack. We have that. We're going to connect you with them because they search for new clients. You search for creators. It's a win-win for everybody. We're going to connect you with all the best suppliers we have, with all the VAs, which are literally going to just do everything for you. The entire network for making a really good dropshipping business, which we've built over the last 6 years, we're just going to unlock it for you and you're going to have to access to it forever. So if you actually are serious about dropshipping and you want to make this your full-time job forever and you want to make legit money consistently, click the link below, sign up for a call. We're going to see if it's a good fit. And if we are, we're just going to start with this program. Because if we actually are a good fit and you already made money, the chance of you making the money back, which you're going to spend on the program, is literally 100% if you already made some money and you're going to do exactly what we tell you. There's no other option because if the strategy works, it's a fact. You can literally just look at the case studies. You're going to see every single week at least one new person starting to crush it. There's no denying about that. And if you want to start, click the link below and I will talk to you very soon.